it's Mike coming at you with another Planet Coaster Park Spotlight. Thank you for joining me, welcome to the video, and welcome to Gemstone Park, created by npboltz. Now, today's park is a PlayStation 5 park, and if you do enjoy this type of content, then please make sure to leave a like and a subscribe if you are new around here. Make sure to leave a comment down below, as it does really help me out. And if you would like to have your park spotlighted, then just up in that top corner, right there, right now, will be my Discord link, the Iron Gamers, where you can come and hang out. Some amazing people in there, some incredible content creators as well. Now, today's park is a PlayStation 5 park, and as you can see from these overhead shots, an absolutely stunning park. And the best thing is, I actually already had a look at this park already before I ever even started today's spotlight, and I actually gave npboltz a little bit of feedback, and what he did is he went back and changed it, and I barely recognise what it originally was. It is so much better than what I originally looked at. This park is now leagues above what it was, so I'm really excited to get into this park and have a look around. So here we are in the park, and just before we hop down and start walking around, just look at this lighting in the park. It is beautiful. Now, when you download this park off the workshop, it is set as default daytime, and there are no guests in the park, but npboltz did tell me that this is supposed to be viewed at sunset, and I can see why. It's just stunning. So let's hop down and start getting into this park, shall we? So, Sci-Fi Champions. Now, there are supposed to be 3 hidden gems in this park that we're supposed to find. So, let's see how we do, shall we? Bet we don't find any, but we're going to try our best. Love this entranceway. Really unique and original. Very nice. There you go, I found 3 gems. 1, 2, 3. There you go. I win. Done it already. There you go. Thank you ever so much for watching, everybody. I will see you all in a couple of days for another Planet Coaster Spotlight. Bye, everybody. I like this. Like the X Factor. Done with temple wall pieces. We've got a little shop just in here. Very nice. Got the park maps. Right, let's come through, shall we? Let's come down here. And we will go left, the same as always. Nice little water feature. The little waterfall. Love it already. I already love this park. It already has a water feature. I am now happy. I'm done. Got the information and the first aid just here. Look at that shot right there. That's fantastic. Wow. Right, stop gulping at the sightlines, Matty. Come on, let's crack on. I can't believe what I'm looking at. If anybody else had seen what the original version of this was, it's like chalk and cheese. You would barely recognise this park from what it was. And I only gave him a little bit of feedback. It was like maybe just add a little bit of foliage here and add a little bit of paint tool, maybe just a little bit more decoration here. And then he messaged me and said, right, I've done it. I've had a day off work. I was off today and I've done a little bit more work on the park. It's now up on the workshop ready for you. So I downloaded it, opened it up, and I'm like, is this the same park? I actually thought for a second I downloaded the wrong park because it's just completely different. Love this flat ride skin, just how it goes over the water. Really simple, really effective. Just using some of the in-game, is that in-game pieces? I'm not even convinced. I'm not sure. Maybe not. I don't know. Whatever. It looks amazing. Flight deck. Right. Let's have a walk up here, shall we? So I believe that's Mavs Fan 4 font. I think. Don't know. I'm not sure. What is this? Oh, it's a coaster. Where was that hiding? I didn't even see that. You can't even see that ride from anywhere where we were, can you? It's that well hidden. Wow. Okay. Well, we've got a coaster straight away. Right. Let's come up here. Nice station build. Lovely queue path. Simple, effective. All the lights that are ongoing. Oh, this looks fantastic. Is that a music stage down there? No, it's not. Stop looking further ahead. So we have a Gerstlauer. Now, I have been speaking to Jan BK and Corvus a lot, so I am trying to learn more about coasters. Feedback that I have been receiving is, Matty, you don't know anything about coasters, and you'd be right. I know diddly squat about coasters, but that is going to change. I am going to learn all about coasters. So this is a Gerstlauer or a Eurofighter. There you go. Check this kit out. Right. So we have flight deck green across the board. The G-forces are quite high. If you can, try and keep them under 6 where possible. But let's go for a ride on this first ride of the park. Let's do it. Enjoy, everybody. So there we have our first ride of the park. I love the style of this ride. The fact that it just comes over the water, then back over the land again, all the lighting and theming, all the visual effects that are going on around the ride is just breathtaking. A real experience. As for the ride itself, it does require some work, I'm afraid. I would go through the entire ride and smooth from start to finish. It did require quite a lot of smoothing. There were quite a few janky areas of the ride. Now let's just go through the ride a little bit and try and see some of these areas, shall we? So even just from this bit here, that needed smoothing out. You could just see it's just a little bit janky, just how it levels out. It just needed to level out just a tad bit smoother there. And then as it comes down to this first launch, it kind of flicks to the right just before it goes up and around the inversion. It needs to go straight on really before it goes into that inversion. And then as it comes around, just all smoothing around here. And then this bit here, I believe this is where the G-forces are coming from, because it comes up and around this corner here, around here, and then straight up into that vertical climb, quite sharp. So it needs a bit of a brake run here, just before it reaches this first climb, just so it can reduce some of them G-forces so it doesn't flick you around too much. And then I believe there was one more little area as well that I thought it could have just done here. If that could just be straightened out a little bit, because it drops down and then it has a little bump, levels a little bit, and then goes up into that inversion there. If you can maybe just smooth that out a little bit, and I believe that might bring down a lot of the G-forces. But I mean, it was a fantastic layout. I love how it goes all around the trees. The lighting was fantastic. So yeah, a little bit of work, but you're certainly almost there. Great job. Right, there's the exit. That was good. Nice, that was lucky. And let's walk down towards that flat ride again, which looks amazing, doesn't it? I mean, how cool does that look? It's absolutely fantastic. Right, let's come down here. Now there's multiple ways we can go off here. You can go off that way, you can go off over there, or you can go off over there. I think what we'll do is we will turn left first and have a look down here. We will make sure that we don't miss things as best as we can. So we have anti-gravity. I like the names for these rides. Very in fitting with the theme of the area. You're really liking these elevated queue paths. Oh, is this for the hammer ride? It is indeed. And then the queue path just comes up and over. Nice. Right. Let's come back down. And back down here. around here. So I believe this is a food court. We've got a block of toilets. Even the toilets fit in with the theme of the area. Oh, this is fantastic. Really, really simple, and yet again, really effective. Especially the way the light just bounces through. That is fantastic. I love that. Simplicity at its finest. Just using one piece and a couple of lights. That's all it is. Amazing. I love that. Let's come round here. Little foliage just on the left hand side. Got a helium ring just to our right. Got another flat ride just to our left. And maybe would have just put a little bit more around this flat ride. Given the fact that you're only on 91%, it isn't like you're running out of room. So just something around here, whether that be some kind of theming or trees or rocks or just something around there, just so you haven't got like that empty space just behind it. Got some vending machines. We're going to see another coaster off to our left. I can't tell what that is from here. Don't know. We'll have a look as we get around there later on. Got another block of toilets. And then I believe if we turn right here, then this will take us back towards that flat ride. And there's the queue line for the helium ring. I like what you've done around the helium ring with the terrain. Going around that. That's a nice effect. Again, maybe just a slight bit more theming though around it. You've done the terrain up there, but then there's not really much else around, so maybe just a tad more theming around it. I'd love to see that. What is that there? Is that the... that must be the exit for the hammer ride. It is indeed. Right, let's come down here. And we have abduction. Let's go have a walk down here, shall we? Look at that shot, just with the helicopters and then the coaster. Oh, that's amazing. And what type of coaster have we actually got? I can't tell. I might have to best guess what type of coaster this is before I look at it. I think it's a Vekoma. I think. Oh no, it's one of them thingies. Oh, I don't know. If Corvus is watching, he's probably screaming at the TV now. I'm so uneducated. Hang on, let's have a look. What is it? A Star Loop power-up. Well, that didn't help, did it? That doesn't give me any more clues. I don't know. Is the B&M, is the Vekoma? I don't know. Anyway, it's not quite green across the board. G-forces, again, very high. May get whiplash on this ride, but let's go for a ride on it. Enjoy, everybody. The start of that ride was so cool. You actually get abducted as you climb up and the light turns on. That was absolutely fantastic. What a genius idea. So in fitting with the ride name, the theme. Absolutely amazing. The ride, again, it does require a little bit of smoothing, I'm afraid. Just from start to finish, go through a couple of clicks of smoothing, and just as it comes into the station, I would have extended this, maybe bring this... Let's have a look here. Maybe just bring it a little bit further down, around here, have it then come back on itself around this bit, and then have a brake run coming down, and then as it comes back into the station. It just came into the station way too quickly. All this final corner here, it was just way too fast, I'm afraid. So maybe extend it out, extend the brake run, you'll be onto a winner. But I love the theming, I love the story, just incredible. So unique, so original. Don't think I've ever seen anyone do an actual alien abduction on Planet Coaster before, so kudos for that. Alright, let's come down here. Got some seating just down here. Let's come down. Got another... Ooh, what is this? What is that? The lab? What is that? Have we got a dark ride? We do indeed. I didn't even know this was here. Go figure. Right, okay. Straight off one ride, straight onto another. Let's have a go on this dark ride, shall we? Now, npboltz, please don't think that I'm being overly critical or nitpicky here. I would have liked to have seen more on that. It just felt a little bit minimalistic. There's a couple of in-game blueprints used in here, and there wasn't really much else. I could see what it is that you were going for. I just would have liked to have seen more. I know that you've still got a percentage left. Even on a PlayStation 5, you're on 91%, so you've still got another 9% to still play with. I just would have liked to have seen more around here. Maybe do something with the walls or something, maybe something like decoration on there, like kind of maybe just some windows that are going through to other things, or maybe the TV screens that look like stars. Just a little bit more around here is all. I'd just like to see more of it, because I can see what it was you were going for. There just wasn't a lot of it, I'm afraid. So again, please don't think I'm being overly critical, and I think you can do it, which is why I'm giving you the feedback. I've seen what you did with the original park to this, so I know how far you've come in a very short space of time, and I genuinely think that you could do something amazing. So yeah, chop chop, back to the drawing board. I want to see more. It makes me excited to see your second park. For how much you improved this park in such a short space of time, makes me very intrigued to see what you will do in your next park. Well, let's carry on. So we're leaving the sci-fi area, and we're going through into the adventure area now. If we come down, hang on, quick zoom out time. Zoom out time! Right. Now, when we were there, if we'd headed off this way, that would have taken us there. So what I'll do, because I don't want to miss things. That's the problem. Because you go round the park in one direction, but then you've also got all these centre bits that go through. So, right. What we'll do, Right, what we'll do is we'll go around the outside and then we'll come up through there at the very end. There you go, sorted. There you go, I know what I'm doing now. Right, let's have a look here. So we have Totem. Now that is a good name for a ride. Look at this queue path. Oh, this looks fantastic, so foreboding. And it feels like we're in a completely different park to what we were 2 minutes ago. We had all the sci-fi and now we've just come into all this Aztec adventure area. I've got no idea what this queue line is for. There's so many rides in this park. I believe there's 18 rides in the park. Or you walk behind a waterfall in the queue path. I think everybody should do that from now on. Every park ever made a Planet Coaster should have a queue path that goes behind a waterfall. Right, let's come around here. Gemstone! I found one! There's one! Found it! Right, there's one of 3. Love that station, if that's what it is. I'm assuming that must be the station build. Again, I'm still none the wiser as to what this ride is. What is it? Oh, it's a B&M dive coaster. I think. A dive. Yes, a dive ethon. So I believe that's a B&M dive. The amount of comments I'm going to have down below that are like, Matty, you got every single ride wrong. I'm trying, alright? I'm trying to learn. Right, green across the board. The G-force is slightly high, but not as bad as the other ones. So let's go for a ride on this. Enjoy. NP, take a bow. I don't believe in coming up for 2 years of spotlighting I have seen anyone ever do a dive coaster in this manner. It is the most compact dive coaster I have ever seen. And the fact that it has 2 drops, I don't believe I've ever seen anyone do 2 drops before either. Yes, it does require a little bit of smoothing. Again, the same as the other rides, but what a fantastic, unique idea. Some really nice little elements of that ride, the way that it goes through the cave systems around the waterfall, some really good ideas implemented in there. So yeah, probably my favourite ride of the park so far. A little bit of smoothing, you're onto a winner there. Fantastic. Right, so this is my favourite area of the park so far, just because of all the foliage, just how engrossed you feel, and all the water that you've got everywhere, all the gullies and caves, and yeah, this is my favourite area so far. Well, favourite area, there's only been 2. Of the sci-fi and the adventure, this is my favourite of the 2. Right, let's come down the exit. Got a little seating area just here. Maybe just kind of stand and look at that. Look at that for a shot. What is that over there? Didn't notice that. Just a little monument just over here. That's quite cool. Didn't even notice that. Right, Let's come down here. No doubt to probably another ride in a second, because that seems to be what this spotlight is, just from ride to ride to ride. Oh, I love this. That's a really nice bridge. And then you've just got the water just to the side of you. And then that side. Oh, this is beautiful. Oh, I forgot over there. Not even sure what that is. Let's go and have a look, shall we? I love that bridge. Love that. So simple. Just with a little bit of foliage just around it. Amazing. Right, let's come down here. It's another food court area. Over the water. Appears to be. Yeah. Oh, hang on. What's up here? Is this just a viewing, another viewing area for the ride? Again. Lots of food and drink in this park. Right, and let's come back round here. We've got another coaster there. So that is a BASILISK single track coaster. I think, or is it track coaster? I can't remember. I'm pretty sure it's a BASILISK anyway. Oh, and we've also got a wooden coaster there that is a RMC. Oh, I should just stop trying, shouldn't I? I really should just stop trying. Stop trying to sound intelligent. It doesn't work. It doesn't suit me. Hang on, where's the queue line for that coaster then? That must be the queue line for that. So where's the queue line for the BASILISK? Ah, that's over there. And then we've got a River Rapids. And then there's another coaster over there. See, there's so many rides in this park. So many rides. The fact that this is only 91%. How did you achieve this? I can't believe it's only 91%. We have the Tree of Life. Right. I believe it's an RMC. I think. Nice station. Right, so what have we got here? So the Tree of Life, green across the board, good G-forces, so let's go for a ride on this one. That was easily the ride of the park so far. That was absolutely fantastic. I know we've still got a couple more rides to go on in this spotlight, but I can't see them surpassing this one, if I'm being honest. I thought that was amazing. It did require a little bit of smoothing, as with the other coasters. I think that is something that you will need to address moving into your next park. But the ideas that you have with these rides is absolutely sensational. That shot as you come up this first lift hill and you have the Tree of Life at the top. I mean, look at that. The shot right there. That is beautiful. And then you come over the top. And then the sight line over here. Sensational. Absolutely sensational. I loved that ride. Yeah, like I said, it does require a little bit of smoothing here and there throughout the ride, but everything else was perfect. A little bit of smoothing on your future coasters in your next park, and if you carry on these kind of ideas into your next park, it makes me even more excited to see what it is that you're going to do next time. But let's come out to the exit. I still can't quite wrap my head around the fact that this is the same park that I was looking at only a week ago. And I was saying, maybe just do this, maybe do that, a little bit of feedback here, a little bit of feedback there. And then you come back with this less than a week later. I can't believe how much you improved the park in the span of a week. Just incredible. I know there's been a little bit of feedback throughout the park, but I know how much feedback you took on board a week ago and how you implemented all that in. So the feedback from this spotlight as well going into your next park. I'm super excited. I can't wait to see your next park. More theming, more smoothing. It's going to be incredible. No pressure. Right, so we have a Vekoma family coaster. Nice station. Again, it's very simple. It's very effective. We don't need to have a look at stats for this because it's a Wendigo kiddie coaster. So let's go for a ride on this one. Enjoy. Now, I'm going to be honest, I had to go for 2 ride POVs of that, because the first time I was too busy going, look at the beautiful sightlines, and then we got back to the station, I was like, oh yeah, I'm supposed to have paid attention to what happened on the coaster. So I had to go for a second ride POV, just so I could look at what was happening on the ride. Yeah, really good ride, a little bit of smoothing, but very good coaster right there. Now, one thing that I've noticed, and this goes to pretty much every ride that we've been on so far, is you have got massive stations. And that goes for every single ride. Now, originally I thought, have you done this as a bit of a brake run? But I don't think you have, and you'll have to correct me if I'm wrong. I think you've done that so you can have 2 trains on the track. Now, instead of doing that, you could just put a brake section or a block section into your rides. Now, I don't profess to be an expert at block sections. I'm not that good with them myself, but I highly recommend a video that M&J Games did. Michael did a tutorial on how to use block sections effectively. And it basically means that you could cut all that out and you could have 2 coasters running on that absolutely fine, and you could put a block section, I don't know, maybe say about here somewhere, and then once the train goes past that section, then the other one will then leave the station. So it means that they're both running consistently and smoothly at the same time. Again, I don't profess to be an expert on them. That is maybe not the best place to put them, but I highly recommend going and have a look at M&J Games' video on that, and he explains it really well, how you can use the block sections really well. Anyway, let's come out to the exit. So I think we've still got 1 River Rapids and the Basilisk single track coaster left to go on. So, oh, that was called the Plank. I've missed the name for that, I'm sorry. So I like what you've done. So the vending machines you've put all the way around, but in every area you've put a different covering over the top of every single one of them. Nice effect. Right, this must be, I think this is the River Rapids, so the Lost Temple. Now, because of the length of the spotlight and the amount of ride POVs that we've already done, I'm a little bit conscious of time. So what we're going to do is use your imagination, boys and girls. We're going to go for an imaginary ride on this. Isn't this magical? Oh, I like that. Plus it means we can stop and have a look around as well. See, best of both worlds. And it means that Matty can stop and have a look at the waterfall. So, let's come down here. We've got a crashed plane in the wall. That doesn't look good. Uh-oh. Oh dear. Oh, look at the waterfall. We'll come up here. Nice effects and theming around this ride. This is some of the best theming of the park so far around a ride. I love this. Lots of beautiful sight lines as you go around. Great use of foliage and rock work around. Come on guys, you've got to tip your hat at this camera work right here. Come on. It looks like you're almost on the ride. Even I'm impressed with myself here. Frontier, give me a job please. I can do your camera really well. There you go. If that isn't qualifications for getting a job at Frontier, I don't know what is. Look at that shot! Oh my days! That is beautiful! Wow! We've got the big drop. Oh, this is fantastic! And then we just come up through the big pieces. I can't think of what they're called. Words, Matty. Words. Words are failing me. Whatever they're called, just up through them. That was incredible. What a ride that was. And then just over the top of the station, you've got a seating area. How cool is that? To have the seating area over the top of the station. Wow. Yeah, awesome. Right, let's walk past the lava, which is completely safe and normal for every theme park. Oh, we've got another little area over here. I almost completely missed this. So we've got a whirly rig. Excuse the dog. I could go back and record that, but I'm about 10 minutes into a segment and I don't want to go back. So if anybody just heard that, that was the dog just having a good old shake. And I don't want to go back and change it, so. Right. And let's head round the final area. Got some more food and drink just here under the canopy again. And let's go round to the final ride of the park. Is this the way? I'm not sure if that's the way or not. Yes, it is. There we go. Right, let's come down here. Got another flat ride just here. Beautifully skinned. I like that effect you've got there. And then just a waterfall just behind it. And then it's over for a water feature. Hashtag best flat ride skin ever. Right, and let's come down here to the final ride of the park. Fantastic queue line. Really beautifully themed. The lighting works really well around this queue line. You've got the ride that goes right over the top of you. And here we come to the station. Right, so let's have a look at the stats for this. So green across the board, really nice G-forces. So final ride, let's do it. Enjoy everyone. Anybody who has ever watched any of my spotlights ever knows that I make it absolutely no secret whatsoever I do not like Basilisk coasters. I just don't like them. There's just something about this ride that I do not like. However, That was bloody brilliant. That was absolutely fantastic, and I never ever thought I would say this in a spotlight ever, but that was the ride of the park. Even better than the wooden coaster. I didn't expect myself to think that. It was the best laid out, it was the smoothest ride of the park, the theming all the way around the station. Almost every single element of that ride was perfect, and never for a second did I believe, going on a Basilisk coaster, would I believe it was a ride of the park, because as I said, I don't like them. So yeah, the fact that you've managed to make me think that of this ride, full credit. Incredible. I loved that ride. The best ride of the park, the smoothest ride of the park, arguably some of the best theming of a coaster in the park as well. So yeah, great job. And there we go. There is the entire park. What a park this has been. There's been so many different elements to it. Starting off with the sci-fi area, then going into the adventure area. We had the pirate area. The adventure area for me was easily the best area of the park. I think that's where your strengths mostly lied. Moving into your next park, I would like to see a little bit smoother coasters. I'd maybe also like to see a less blueprints used as well. There were quite a lot of in-game blueprints used in this park. There were quite a few buildings that you had done yourself, but then you had still relied on in-game blueprints as well. So maybe just a few less of them, maybe just a little bit more custom. But other than that, an absolutely amazing park. Really, really enjoyed this one. And again, as I said throughout the video, just full credit for taking the feedback that I gave you a week ago, going back and transforming this park into something, I mean, honestly, something that I was a little bit, I had a little bit of trepidation about spotlighting your original creation. And then you gave me this park, which I loved spotlighting. This was incredible. So yeah, full credit for taking that on the chin, going back, changing it all. The amount of work that you've done in a week, yeah, fantastic. What a park. Let me know down below in the comments what you all think. If you would like to have your park spotlighted, then the Discord link is down below, or it would have been at the start, at the top of the screen as well. But yeah, there we go. So thank you ever so much for watching, everybody. Hope you've enjoyed this spotlight. I'll be back in a couple of days for another spotlight. Take care, stay safe, look after yourselves, and I will see you all in a couple of days. Bye, everybody.